right, now we're going to begin our conference call, and we have Mary Black on tonight, as I told you a little bit. But before we do, there's a couple of things I'd like to discuss with you.
Can I say something?
Sure.
This is Irene Rochelle, and I am here for Jill Weilich.
Oh, good. Irene, we're glad to have you there.
Thanks. Okay.
I think you'll find the conference call very worthwhile.
Thank you.
Now what we'd like to do is talk about the day of the week for the conference call. We have found that some of our people are having trouble with Mondays. In doing so, I know we can't make a decision tonight. Whoops. But what I would like you to do, if you could, listen, first of all, could you, some of you, put your phone on *6 for mute, and then if you want to come off of it, you just push *6 to get back on. This way it cuts out a lot of background noise. But I want to talk to you about the day of the week. Would you all write in and let us know which day of the week is best? Maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday might be better, but I still think the time should remain at the time we're at, because it makes it easier for the East Coast, because otherwise it gets too late for them. So if you would do that and write in, we sure would appreciate it. And the next thing I'd like to do is to let you know that we are going to record these conference calls, and we're working to get it set up that we'll be able to put the conference calls online afterwards, so if you want to go back and refresh your memory, or there's something you want to know a little bit more about, you'll be able to go ahead and to be able to listen to those recordings. So I think that is going to be a step in the right direction for all of you. Another thing we'd like to mention is that we have the bra special on, and today's the 9th, and this is our bra special for the year in honor of our 50th anniversary. So you have the rest of March, and then it is definitely over at the end of March. So I just want to let you know. And then, of course, the double hostess credit, I think I told you last week, the double hostess credit for new recruits were just for February, not anymore. So it's not extended. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now, I think you've all got my letter, whereby I challenged you to get out of your comfort zone and to sponsor one new person a month. Well, I just was very, very pleased, because we have some wonderful replies from that out of the comfort zone program. Hello. Before I read it, before I go ahead and bring that person on, I'm going to read something to you that I think you're all going to enjoy. It's called Out of Your Comfort Zone. I used to have a comfort zone where I thought I could not fail. Same four walls and busy work were really more like jail. I longed so much to do the things I had never done before, but I stayed inside my comfort zone and paced the same old floor. I said it didn't matter that I wasn't doing much. I said I didn't care for things like diamonds, furs, and such. I claimed to be so busy with things inside my zone, but deep inside I something special my own. If you could push *6. I don't know. Push *6, and that might cut out background noise.
Corinne, you can press *6 too.
*6. That'll cut it out.
Corinne is on *6.
No, if we can hear you, you're not on *6.
Well, I just dropped.
Okay, I think you're off now. Okay, but deep inside I longed for something special of my own. I could not let life go by just by watching others win. I held my breath and stepped outside and let the change begin. I took a step, and with new strength I had never felt before, I kissed my comfort zone goodbye and closed and locked the door. If you are in a comfort zone, afraid to venture out, remember that all winners were at one time filled with doubt. A step or two and words of praise can make your dreams come true. Greet your future with a smile. Success is there for you. So I just want you to know that we all get a comfort zone sometime, and just like what we're doing with these conference calls, all this information is great, but you really have to get out and do it. As the old saying goes, just do it. And tonight, I just wanted to ask one of our ladies who gave me the nicest letter about this. And Denise, are you on? Are you available? Can you come off of mute? And Denise Langberg Perry.
I am. I was unmuting the phone. Yes.
Girl, okay. Could you?
Mine's gone.
Okay. Denise, would you just share with us for a minute or so about what you felt about your comfort zone?
Okay. Well, I've written Phyllis a thank you letter because I'm really enjoying the conference calls, and I don't know that it's anything that we haven't already heard before, but everything that everybody's talking about bears repeating, but yet I wasn't following through, and it was making me uncomfortable that even though I keep hearing what I know I need to do, I wasn't following through. So it wasn't until last week that I just for what Oprah calls it the aha moment, where I realized that the reason that I had been a decent recruiter up to this point is because of sheer luck, that the people that are in my downline are in my downline because they kind of recruited themselves. And so I was just very fortunate. So I decided when Phyllis sent that letter, I had already mentioned to Nancy maybe we could have like a mentoring group. Maybe people that aren't connected with each other in a downline could actually talk to each other. But I think Phyllis will take care of that by just throwing the challenge out there for us to actually recruit to grow our business and grow the home business. So I had been thinking of this one person and for weeks. Now, I mean, it only took me 2 minutes to finally talk to her, but I was agonizing over it since we started this conference call. And it was like Jeannie Denton said. She was extremely flattered that I had asked her to do the business, but she was already a creative memories consultant. So it was all in vain, but yet the fear was gone after that, and so I got on the phone and just started calling all kinds of people. I left mostly messages, but for me it was liberating to actually just take that next step and do it. So, and that's what if Phyllis hadn't thrown out there, and I know I'm going to be accountable now, I probably would have just kept not doing it. So thank you, Phyllis.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you very much. And ladies, we challenge you, but I guess it's not us challenging you. I think it's you challenging yourself so that you get out and just do it. And it's going to be easier than you think. But sometimes we think they're going to use that nasty word which starts with an N, which is no. But that's not necessarily so. People do respond differently than what we minds. So now, I'm not going to take any more time or beat you with a stick or anything, but what we're going to do now is introduce our speaker for this evening, and it's Mary Black, and she is going to work on the subject of what we talked about last week, is what to say and when, how to guide them to sign up, and let them sign up and don't push. And Mary's highly successful, got a great group, and she's going to share some wonderful things. So Mary, take it away.
Thank you. Whoever coughed, hit *6. Anyhow, we have already talked about where we find our people, who are they, how to overcome objections when it comes to recruiting, and then Jackie covered incredibly well what to do with the new recruits as far as how you train them, motivate them, and follow up to ensure their success. And if you haven't, on Nancy's notes, all of that stuff is on there, so make sure you print that off because it was awesome. That even motivated Denise and I to try to get some stuff together. So thank you, Jackie. So what do we do to get them to actually sign? Once we have identified that potential new recruit, how do we make her make that decision to join Beauty by Janique? Well, your self-starters are a no-brainer. They're going to see a good thing, and they'll chase you down to sign up. However, most people aren't self-starters, as we know. But everybody will buy a product or make decisions based on whether a need or a want is met. So you need to find out what their need or want is because it's different for everybody. Initially, mine was a yuppie reason, and then it became a career change. Some it's actually they need money to pay for food or whatever. Some it's for retirement. Some it's for different things. So you need to find out what that desire or want or need is. And listen. In this business, no experience is needed as long as someone has a desire and is teachable, okay? And you really have to tell your loyalty story or why you got into the business. And if you don't have a good one, borrow somebody else's or share someone's. If it's a stay-at-home mom, share a fellow consultant that was a stay-at-home mom and why she did it. And you do have to have energy and excitement oozing out of your body when you're talking to them. If you've got the person